These are probably the best chandeliers in the world, and they're certainly the oldest and largest suite of chandeliers from this period, from the 18th century. And the glass is very fine quality, and they always use the best lead, the best sand, and you get really good colours. Like in this room, there's rainbows all over the walls when the sun shines through the windows.
Bath Assembly Room's chandeliers really are the crowning glory of this amazing building. They have been hanging and lighting these rooms for over 250 years. People such as Jane Austen, Charles Dickens, Thomas Gainsborough would have attended balls underneath these very chandeliers. You know, we talk about if walls could talk, well, if chandeliers could talk, they'd have some stories as well. The National Trust first acquired Bath Assembly Rooms in 1931 and very quickly leased it out to what would become Bath and North East Somerset Council, and they opened it as an events venue and also as the home of the Fashion Museum. That lease came to an end in 2023, and at that point the National Trust took over the management for the first time ahead of doing a major project to the rooms to repair the building, conserve the amazing chandeliers and install a new visitor attraction which we hope will open in a couple of years.
The chandeliers were commissioned for this building. They belong here and they need to be shown at their most elegant. Originally, they would have been lit by candle, and we are researching different types of new bulbs that have come onto the market that may be able to emulate that same effect so that we bring out their sparkle and can create a beautiful party atmosphere in the rooms.
These are the first really famous chandeliers. They were made in 1771, and people were so impressed that a lot of the big houses, historic houses, wanted to have a set or a suite of chandeliers just like them.
As the project conservator, I have brought together a group of chandelier specialists, glass conservator and metals conservators to come together and problem solve and look at all the elements of the chandeliers that need to be conserved. And there are some elements where the expertise of all these people is needed to help solve the problems, particularly where there's been corrosion on the metalwork. How do you separate a metal threaded bar from a delicate piece of glass that it's become corroded to?
Some of them can be, I call it booby-trapped. So it would be that you undo one little nut and so much glass can be released in one go that if somebody was on a step ladder and it dropped in their lap, they would drop the whole lot. And it was almost as though that was done on purpose so that only the original glass makers 250 years ago were always called in to fix things. So sometimes I rope everything up just in case I take off a nut and too much is released in one go.
The documentation of the chandeliers has been something that you couldn't underestimate how much time that would take to organise, of every single piece being labelled, and us knowing what damage is on that piece, where that piece needs to be stored, what's going to happen to it in the future. The more you see them, the more you learn about them, and I think that has been something that I will take on to other projects, and understanding how the craftsmanship has developed over the years. And these were game-changing chandeliers. You know, the designs on them are extraordinary. Amazing they survived this long. This is the right opportunity now to do the work on them, and then going forward, we know that for the next however many 50 years that these chandeliers are going to be in very good condition, and that we'll continue to maintain them, and we'll have a much better understanding of them.
My hope for the future of Bath Assembly Rooms is that they will continue to be an amazing public communal space, a place for people to gather, to come together for shared experiences, and that's really what the project is about. So The new visitor experience will be all about telling that story of the 18th century assembly, but alongside that we want to be able to continue to enable 21st century assembly. So we want people to be able to continue to have events here, come to balls, come to concerts, and the chandeliers have to be part of that. They've been part of those events for 250 years and we want them to continue to be part of those events for another 250 years.